need to watch Jupiter transit for 2026 because you would like to learn about will I be able to achieve my professional qualification? Will I be able to get married this year? Will I be able to conceive a baby this year, 2026? Will I be recognized as a professional consultant from a professional qualification? Then you need to watch and learn through Jupiter transit report for 2026. That's why you need to thoroughly studying this particular, may I say, the whole video forecast for transit of Jupiter for 2026. My dear friends, life can feel noisy and confusing, especially when you are carrying big questions about work, money, family, health, or relationships. If you would like to more clarity through 2000, do this again. A early app promo full. My dear friends, life can feel noisy and confusing, especially when you are carrying big questions about work, money, family, health, or relationships. If you would like more clarity through 2026, inside my Prakash Astrologer app, you can watch all 14 one-time life events forecast for your signs and also use your weekly and monthly premium horoscopes to plan with more confidence and less stress. All of this is free for you until the end of 2026. Whether you're already in my app or watching on YouTube or Facebook, you can visit astrology.prakashastrologer.com to register or log in and start using this support whenever you need it. Second most important planet which contributes in yearly forecast is Jupiter. Why? Jupiter represents professional knowledge, professional ability, professional skill set. If you want to be a professional consultant based on your knowledge, ability and skill set, that is Jupiter. Jupiter also represents your marriage, getting married, Jupiter, having a baby, Jupiter. Yes, health of the marriage, Jupiter. If you want to be a famous professional consultant, you want to be a professional consultant and you want to be famous, that is again Jupiter. So Jupiter contribution is without doubt most immense, most unique, most precious. So Jupiter is second most important planet. For Libra 2026, the yearly forecast. Here the Jupiter have 3 segments of transit. 3 times the Jupiter changed the timing. First time, Jupiter was already transiting in your 9th house. And it's already started. It's going to start from 5th of December 2025. It'll carry on till 2nd of June 2026. Jupiter transiting in your 9th house. Libra is your sign, moon signs, rising signs, ascendant. During this time period, Jupiter will move through your 9th house. This donate wealth, gain, financial gain. You may expect a profit in trade and business, a position of authority at your workplace. 9th house Jupiter means success in all your undertaking, favor from your superiors as well, your family as well. This could be proving to be a particular good time for you if you're a consultant, if you're a writer, if you're an author, if you're an actor, if you're a performer, if you're a publisher, if you're a professor or coach or life coach, if you are spreading the knowledge or in giving the knowledge, or if you are a performing artist, again is very important. Whole world can be your audience. Socially also, this is a good time. You are likely to be honored. Your status will be likely to rise, upward move. Interest in religious activity, spiritual activity would be at all-time high, all-time peak. You are likely to attend many religious functions, many spiritual activities as much as possible. You like to seek the companionship of sages, willing to spend some time on virtuous deed. Flow of money should be good. You may be expecting a financial gain from all the possible quarters. You may also consider buying a fertile land or other immovable property during this time period. Single may try consider marriage with match of your choice. Those who are planning baby may go for it this time. Most of you are likely to indulge in great lifestyle, comfort. Health should be fine. You may also consider going on a long distance travel, foreign travel. Jupiter in 9th house. This house is a very good position for Jupiter because Jupiter owns it. At this time, the perspective of your life will be learning to be expanded tremendously. You may have opportunities for extensive travel, religious travel, for desire, for reaching out others in either a formal way or informal setting. You are here to learn, and however is very great. You probably do much more reading than usual about more abstract, profound subject, philosophy, metaphysics, religious spirituality, and you typically those kind of subject associated with this transit. You'll encounter these not only as books but real issue in your life. You need is for real, useful, applied knowledge about your world. This is also a good time to become involved in human potential effort or some other conscious raising group. There are many such groups around you, but you should pick the one that seems most suitable for you. If you're a writer or have any desire to be writer, this is an excellent time for it because the 9th house is the house of publishing, printing. Oh, whole world can be your audience if you're performing. Other communication media that reach the world at the large. Whole world is your audience. And you're exposed to the broader world. Your views on life will change. This transit is a very full, very powerful, maturing influence in the most positive sense. In other words, you become wiser now than at any other time in your life. But you must be fundamentally open to this process. If you think you know all the answers already, this transit will only make you smug or self-righteous, which would be a terrible waste of this energy. Along with possibility of traveling to foreign countries, there is also the likelihood that you will become increasingly involved with foreign person or land, either in your business or in your personal life. The main effect of this transit is to make your consciousness grow so much that you no longer live with old prejudice and beliefs. You must know rather than just believe, and the more you can replace old belief with applied knowledge, the better off you will be. But whenever you're going to face these kind of problems, complications, hassles, or planetary occupation and situations, number one, Jupiter transit 9th house, but you're separated from your loved one. Jupiter is inactive then. Jupiter transit 9th house, you have a conflict in joint venture, Jupiter become negative. Jupiter transit 9th house, you are going through relationship scandal, Jupiter is inactive. Jupiter transit 9th house, you're going through financial complication, then Jupiter is inactive. Jupiter is transit in 9th house, your 4th house is occupied by any planet, Jupiter become negative. Jupiter transit in 9th house, your 1st house is empty, then Jupiter is not positive. Jupiter transit in 9th house, your 5th house is occupied by Mercury, Venus, Saturn, Rahu, Jupiter is not positive then. Jupiter transit 9th house, is a loss of gold, Jupiter is not positive. Jupiter transit 9th house is a lack of luck, Jupiter is not positive. Task, the remedies, the upaya paddhati you must follow. Number one, do wear a ruby and real sea coral in gold square pendant around your neck. Make your Jupiter position 9th house positive. Second task, donate 10 kilogram basmati rice to temple in the langar. Minimum 10 Thursday, Jupiter become 9th house positive, not negative. Third task, applied astrology task. Refrain from non-vegetarian food. Refrain from alcohol and any intoxication or smoking. Jupiter become negative to positive. Fourth one, have a bath in fast-flowing liver for 12 days. First time in the morning, second time in the evening. Continuously for 12 days. Jupiter become negative to positive. Fifth one, do donate dry food in the langar during Purnamashi or Amavasya. Jupiter become negative to positive. Sixth one, do keep solid silver Ganesh statue in your possession all the time. Jupiter become negative to positive. Seventh one, do install silver stripe under your doorstep. Jupiter become negative to positive. Eighth one, do organize Kanya Pujan in the temple. Jupiter become negative to positive. Precaution wise, refrain from buying any electrical, electronic goods or steel appliances. Chanting which will give you ultimate boost. Om Harim Gam Somaye Ganpate Varvarde Sarvjanme Vashmanai Swaha. Om Harim Gam Somaye Ganpate Varvarde Sarvjanme Vashmanai Swaha. More you do it, more you achieve success, prosperity, rising and accomplishment. Now I'm going to start the second part of Jupiter transit. There are three parts altogether of Jupiter transit. Second part, Jupiter transit for Libra in June 2026. In June, what will happen? Jupiter transiting for Libra in 10th house, leaving the 9th house, changing to the 10th house. Libra rising sun, Libra moon sign is starting from 2nd of June 2026. It will carry on till 31st of October 2026. June, July, August, September, October. Yes, 5 months is going to transit in the 10th house. For Libra, during this time period, Jupiter moves through your 10th house. This brings some disturbances in your rhythm of your life. You may develop negative thinking and feeling of wretchedness during this time period. Some unfulfilled desire make you irritable as well. Avoid wandering about, as you're most likely to be disappointed during this particular time. This is a time when, as you may need to consciously avoid arguments with your senior at work, with your elders at home. If you're not careful, then there is a chance that you might lose your position. Honor could even be transferred to a distant place. Take care of your finances. Keep them at a much safer place during this time period. Your health and your children would require your attention. Take care of your eyes and throat. This is a time when you may need to maintain a healthy lifestyle. To avoid a feeling of tiredness, be careful enough not to endanger your family life with negligence, especially during this time period. Jupiter transit in 10th house during this particular transit, what the modern astrology says, your attention will turn toward your profession, career, social status, reputation. It is time when you will try very hard to move ahead in any of all these areas. Any reasonable effort should result in considerable progression for most people. This is a time of getting ahead, but you should observe several cautions. First, it is very important to avoid being overbearing, domineering, arrogant. Some people have a trouble with superior at this time because this transit can indicate inflated ego. That is thinking you are much more than you are without anything to back it up. If you start thinking that you are truly significant or special, very special, for God's sake, sit down. Take a review of your real accomplishment to see if you truly justify your feelings. But even you do, be careful not to behave in such a way that will cause others to resent you, your work against you when this transit is over. However, this is not a general problem, but for most people have been taught to underrate their achievements. In that case, this transit is likely to signify recognition for what you have accomplished. You can expect a promotion at work, recognition at work, or the esteem of your contemporaries during this time period, as long as you don't fall into trap described above. You will also feel more confident about, and this may be one of the few times in your life when you are really in yourself. You should only take those responsibilities which you can deliver. You may also experience other effect of this transit. For example, you may have to travel in connection with you or work. You may have increased dealing with foreign person. It is also possible that you may change to a field of work that pertain to the nature of Jupiter. These fields include medicine, healing, law, higher education, travel. In this case, you should not expect the same recognition that you would if you stayed in your established line of work. Whenever you face these kind of problems, complication number one, too much struggle. Number 2, lack of success, lack of prosperity. Then Jupiter 10th house position is not positive, is negative. Jupiter 10th house position, when family relationship have a conflict, and 10th house position of Jupiter is not positive, is negative. Financial losses, professional losses. Jupiter 10th house position is not positive, is negative. 5th house is occupied by any planet. Jupiter 10th house position is not positive, is negative. 4th house is occupied by Moon. 4th house or 10th house is occupied by Saturn, or 2nd house is empty. Jupiter 10th house position is not positive, is negative. 3rd or 5th house is occupied by Sun, or 5th house is occupied by Saturn. The Jupiter 10th house position is not positive, is negative. Dumped by your own parents. Jupiter 10th house position is not positive, is negative. Lack of family comfort. Jupiter 10th house position is not positive, it is negative. These are the remedies, the task, the upay, which I am going to recommend you now, will make your Jupiter negative to positive. It will change the whole negative to positivity. Task number 1, flow 4 kilogram good in the fastest flowing river. Day should be Sunday. It will change Jupiter from negative to positive. Task number 2, do donate 10 kilogram basmati rice to temple and langar for 10 Thursday, changing Jupiter negative to positive. Third task, do donate money, food to the blind school, negative Jupiter to positive. Fourth task, do feed 5 kilogram barley to birds every Wednesday for next 12 Wednesday or next 43 Wednesday, changing Jupiter negative to positive. Precaution, what you shouldn't do. Please refrain from keeping temple inside the house, keeping rak, babhuti, shank, bell inside the house. Please do refrain from any foul, dirty relationship, and do refrain from intoxication, non-vegetarian food. The chanting which will give you super boost is this one. Om Harim Gam Hasti Pishachi Likhe Swaha. This chanting is a miracle chanting. This chanting is a tantric chanting. Yes. Om Harim Gam Hasti Pishachi Likhe Swaha. Om Harim Gam Hasti Pishachi Likhe Swaha. Om Harim Gam Hasti Pishachi Likhe Swaha. This is one of the finest chanting belong to Uchist Ganpati Prayog. There's a tantric prayog of Ganpati. You can root out any of your problems, any of your complications, achieve dignified success, prosperity, name, fame, and establishment. Om Harim Gam Hasti Pishachi Likhe Swaha. More you do this chanting, more you raise yourself from zero to hero. I'm talking about the next part of Jupiter transit for Libra yearly 2026. Jupiter transit for 2026. The next part is in October 2026. Transit of Jupiter starting, moving from 10th house to the 11th house. And for Libra rising sign, Libra moon sign, is starting from 31st of October 2026. It will carry on till 25th January 2027. The whole November, December, January 25th till 25th January, it will be presented in the 11th house. So during this time period, when Jupiter transit to 11th house, this signify a good timing. During this time period, you may expect a promotion at workplace, gain in trade, even position of higher authority in your professional life. This could also prove to be very socially good time for you. Your status is society is going to heighten. Your splendor, your physical presence will also be noticed, sought after during this time period. You may expect even gain from the friends and dear people. This time period will help you to see your enemies mellow down and defeated. Your interest in religious activity will be rising, and you could be benefited by the power of chanting mantra. If you're a bachelor, you consider getting married, and couple may expect a new baby in the family. Some of you also expect getting romantically involved with companion. Finances would be good. Most of you would consider buying a property, land, jewelry, new vehicle, acquiring comfort at this time. You would also enjoy sound health, peaceful mind. But Jupiter position in 11th house, what the modern astrology, applied astrology says. At this time, your hopes, desires, ideas, wishes for the future play an important role in your life. Your friends may be considerable benefit to you now, and you will become more involved in group activities for you to understand the importance of the group goals, values you are as individual. This is not a time when you should try to go it all alone, nor you should limit yourself to working with one person to the other person. You need to be with many people working and dealing with them, you will learn a great deal about yourself. Friends will be more than usually supportive. You will make many friends and who prove to be very extremely beneficial to you as the time goes on. But this will not be the one-way street, for you will help them also at this time in your life. You will be more than usual idealistic, will want to improve the world around you in every possible way. If your perspective is relatively broad and you will want to translate this transit or desire into broad social reform, at least make changes that will affect both you and your family. Lacking such perspective, you may work only to improve your personal situation in accordance with what you have always wanted. However, this is not the time to be selfish. The nature of this house is such that if improvement in your life do not affect others, the changes will not be meaningful or long lasting. Whatever you put out will come back in even greater quantity. But whenever you face these problems, complications and hassles, planetary position, occupation, number one, Jupiter in 11th house. And if you're feeling on your own, very lonely, Jupiter is not positive then. Jupiter transit in 11th house, you're receiving a bad news. Jupiter is not positive. Jupiter transit in 11th house, you're feeling deeply hurt or depression or family crisis. Then Jupiter is not positive. Jupiter in 11th house, you're financially and professionally going through complications. Then Jupiter 11th house is not positive, is negative. 6th house is occupied by planet. Jupiter is not positive. 1st house is occupied by moon. Jupiter's 11th house is not positive. 6th house is occupied by Mercury. Jupiter 11th house is not positive. 3rd house is occupied by Mercury. Jupiter 11th house position is not positive. The task number one, do donate money towards someone's cremation. Very important task, very effective task. Please do donate money towards someone's cremation. Please. Very, very important task. This will help you make your Jupiter activity positive. Task number two, do wear a copper bangle in your right hand. Yes, without joint. Make your Jupiter activity positive. Third task, refrain from non-vegetarian food, alcohol. Negative Jupiter to become positive. Fourth one, do donate money to the crematorium. Become Jupiter negative to positive. Fifth one, do donate whole meal atta, rice, whole moong dal to temple and langar, making Jupiter negative to positive. Sixth one, do take 5 kilogram barley, feed the birds in the park every Wednesday, making Jupiter negative to positive. Precaution wise, refrain from foul character, refrain from scandalous relationship, scandalous behavior and dirty relationship. Refrain from family living conflict and argument. Please refrain from dishonesty, scams, frauds, dishonest way of living. Refrain from irreligious life. The chanting which will give you ultimate boost is this one. This will change your Jupiter from negative to positive. Om Harim Strim Hum Fat. Om Harim Strim Hum Fat. This chanting belong to Ma Tara. More you do this chanting, more you root out your problem, more you making your Jupiter negative to positive. Om Harim Strim Hum Fat. This is a chanting. More you do it, more you achieve Jupiter's positivity. My dear friends, life can feel noisy and confusing, especially when you are carrying big questions about work, money, family, health, or relationships. If you would like more clarity through 2026, inside my Prakash Astrologer app, you can watch all 14 one-time life events forecast for your signs and also use your weekly and monthly premium horoscopes to plan with more confidence and less stress. All of this is free for you until the end of 2026. Whether you're already in my app or watching on YouTube or Facebook, you can visit astrology.prakashastrologer.com to register or log in and start using this support whenever you need it.